All right, good evening, good evening, good evening. I want to welcome you to our Tech Thursdays. And this is where we are doing some training on AI. If this is your first time here, there are some foundational things that we talked about in um, in the first couple of classes with how to set up your chat GPT. Um, so some of the things that we talked about in the other classes, we will not review those on tonight. But what we will do is if you want access to the replays, then we'll be sure to drop that link in the chat so that you can go back because that's pretty much the basis of what we do here at Scrabble Tech Services and the framework that we use. And so that's going to be very instrumental. And so every week is just building upon the previous skills, um, previous skills that we have. So tonight I wanted to talk about prompting live, and this has to do with building the skills that scale your content. And what we'll be sharing on tonight is a repeatable prompting system that adapts to your voice and serves your offers. So whether you are crafting email, social posts, slide decks, or video scripts, this system gives you the structure for you to work faster and to create content that actually connects. So it's no complexity, no confusion. It's just clarity and confidence in every prompt that you write. So it's always in the prompt. If you the better prompter that you are, then the better results you're going to have with your content. So what are you going to learn? This is a system that is built for you. You're going to walk away with a prompting framework that is going to fit your unique voice and content goals. You'll understand how to structure your AI tasks for speed and accuracy. You'll learn how to apply proven prompt patterns across email, social media, presentations, and scripts, and save your best prompts as reusable skills files that you can call on anytime. And so this is, it's not theory what we're talking about. This is a practical toolkit that is designed to make your content creation process faster, sharper, and more consistent. So why does prompting matters? It matters one for clarity. When you have good prompts, it eliminates the guesswork. When you tell AI exactly what you need, it reduces the vague, robotic, sounding like everyone else um, prompts that are out there. It is going to reduce the back and forth revisions. Whenever your prompt is clear, then your results are going to be sharp. Prompting also matters because of speed. When you have structured prompts, they help you to create content in literally minutes and not hours. And so, this is the importance of front loading your thinking, your voice, your sample of your writing into your instructions and also into the prompt, because that's going to allow you to unlock faster turnaround times without sacrificing quality. The third reason why prompting matters is because of quality. When you have strong prompts, you're going to have strong content. Your prompts set the expectation, it defines the tone, and it establishes the constraints. And all of this leads to the outputs that require less editing, and you're going to feel more polished. Prompting also matters because of consistency. When you have reusable prompts, it means repeatable results. So once you build your library once, then you have a system that actually delivers the same high standard across every piece of content that you create. And I am super big on having um, prompts, um, having skill files. I know exactly what I want to do, how I want it to come out, and it all starts with the prompting. Now, what is the simple prompting system? The simple prompting system means that it follows a pattern. So your prompting system, it's not random, it's intentional. And this five-part structure, it gives AI everything that it needs to deliver exactly what you're looking for. And you want to use it every time. And every time that you use it, then you're going to begin to see dramatic improvements in the output quality and in the relevance of your content. So, number one, you want to tell, we want to talk about one, you have to give AI or your prompt a role. Tell AI who it is. So, for example, you are a marketing strategist for a small business owner. Second thing you want to do is give it a task. You want to state exactly what you need. For example, write a welcome email for new subscribers. Third is context. You want to provide background information. For example, they signed up for a free guide on email marketing basics. Number four is constraints. You have to set boundaries with AI because if you do not, it will go somewhere way left. And it's like, how do we get over here? So you have to set those boundaries by giving it constraints. For example, you tell it to keep it under 150 words, use a warm conversational tone. And then number five is output. You want to define the format. For example, return subject line and body text in plain text format. All right, so this is the simple prompting system. And if you are in any maybe communities or you have maybe some prompts that you've sometimes people, well, not sometimes, a whole lot of times, you can find prompts all over social media. If you take and pay close attention, you're going to see this system right here, right? You're going to see this system right here. And again, the more defined that it is, then the better your output. Now, you want to fit the prompt to your voice. So your prompt should sound like you. If you have certain um, maybe slang or certain words that you want to use those because generic outputs are going to always feel flat because they don't have any personality. So you want to add four key elements to every prompt. The first one is tone. Is this casual? Is it professional? Is it playful? The second is rhythm. Make it short, punchy sentences versus flowing paragraphs. The third is topic. That topic should be your niche or the industry language. And then number four is your audience. Who is it that you are speaking to and what do they care about? All right. So these four key elements are also in every prompt. And this is how you fit the prompt to your voice. So you want to customize them because this is going to help AI to stop sounding robotic and actually start sounding human. It's going to mirror your style. It's going to use your language and it's going to speak directly to the people that you serve. And that's when content feels authentic. And authenticity is what builds trust. It's what builds trust. Now, how do you structure tasks for speed? You do this by making them short, direct, and actionable. And this is something that I had to learn because I'm the type of person where I'm going to give you all of the information that you need right up front because I don't want you coming back to me 11 different times. So I'm going to give you all the information. But what I found out, that's not how AI works. Because oftentimes, if you give it too much information, then it's not, remember, it's a machine. It's not the human brain. So if you overfeed it too much information, then you're not going to get your results. Yeah, heavy on the 5011. I don't come back to me 5011 different times because I already gave it to you the first time. But I had to make some adjustments, right? So I had to do some adjustments. So you want to get straight to the point with AI. You want to tell it what to do in 1 to 2 sentences and then layer in constraints as needed. So, for example, first example is write a 3 sentence bio for my Instagram profile. Highlight my work as a brand strategist for creative entrepreneurs. And we're going to do some of this real time. All right. A second example would be to create a subject line for a product launch email. You want to make it urgent and benefit focus. Example number 3, draft a LinkedIn post announcing my new course. Keep it under 100 words and include a clear call to action. And then what you're going to do is you're going to notice the pattern because each task is specific, it's bounded, and it's designed to produce a single output. And this is how you work fast without sacrificing quality. Now, if we take a look at the email pattern, for an email, you have the hook, you have the main point, and you have the call to action. So, this is a structure for writing emails. With the hook, you always want to open with a statement that is going to grab their attention. So it could be a question, a bold claim, or a relatable observation. The hook should make the reader want to keep reading, right? The second part of the pattern is the main points, and you want to deliver the core message. So you want to keep it focused on one idea, one benefit, or one story. You don't want to try to cover everything, just the one thing that matters most to your reader right now. And this is something that I had to do. I probably have been doing this now for about maybe 3 or 4 months because again, I like to give you all the information. So whatever I got going on for the week, I'm gonna give it to you all. But I came across something that came up in my email and it talked about tiny emails. And so I made this shift and made this pivot that instead of only sending one big, long, massive email once a week, I now send tiny emails every single day. And it literally takes a couple of minutes, maybe 2, 3 minutes, if that, to read it, right? Because I want to deliver one core message, one idea, one benefit, one story. I'm not trying to cover all of the things. It's just the thing that matters to my subscribers the most, right? The last part of the email pattern is the call to action. So you want to tell them what to do next. You want to make it simple, make it clear, and make it low friction. whether it's clicking a link, whether it's replying to the email, whether it's booking a call, the call to action should feel like the natural next step. So this three-part structure, it works for welcome emails, your nurture sequences, promotional campaigns, and so much more. It's flexible, it's repeatable, and it's reliably effective. And I can say that for me, it has been very, very effective for me to switch to this structure here for my emails. Now, when we talk about social pattern is the short lines, one message, clear action. Why is that? Social media moves very fast. Sometimes if people, if they have, and if they didn't wrote a whole book, I am not reading all of that. I'm not going to read it. And again, this is something else that I had to do, right? When you talk about your content needs to cut through all of the noise. It doesn't need to add to it. And the best social posts follow a tight structure. And that is that short lines are easy to scan. You have one clear message that doesn't try to do too much, and a clear action that tells people what to do next. So you want to avoid the paragraph dumps. Break it up into digestible pieces. You want to take advantage of using the white space. You want to lead with the hook and then end with a question, a call to action, or a call to engagement. And when your post is easy to read and easy to act on, that's when people are going to engage. And it's just that simple. It's just that simple. Now, when we talk about slide pattern, that would be presentations. You want to have one point, and I don't always do this. So God is still helping me with this one. One point. Each slide should communicate a single idea. If you're cramming multiple concepts onto one slide, then you want to split them up because clarity beats comprehensiveness every single time. Another part of the pattern is one line. So you want to use concise headlines. Your slide title should tell the story on its own. They shouldn't have to read all of the things on there to have an idea of what it is that you are trying to convey. And then the supporting text, that's where you can add the detail, but the headline, let your headline do the heavy lifting. Should also have one action. So it's always, what do you want the audience to think? What do you want them to feel? What is it that you want them to do? Every slide should have a purpose. And if it doesn't move the narrative forward, then you want to cut it. So when building presentations with AI, you want to use this pattern in your prompt. You want to tell AI to focus each slide on one concept, write clear headlines, and design with action in mind. And the results are going to be, you're going to have slide decks that are going to be easier to present and easier to follow. Now, I can't remember if it wasn't last week. I think it was the week before, where I showed you how to use Gamma.app. That's what I use for my presentations. I haven't had to make a manual presentation probably in about a good 6 months. I've been consistent with it, and it doesn't take a lot of time, and I absolutely love it. This was actually made with Gamma, me feeding it the information, feeding it the content, and then it created the slides for me. Now, the next thing is what we call script pattern. Script pattern, and this is for videos. You want to have your hook, your main idea, and your call to action. Now, when we talk about video scripts, they need momentum. So you always want to open with a hook that is going to stop them from scrolling. It could be something surprising, something relatable, or something that is immediately valuable. So your first 5 seconds determine whether someone keeps watching or if they're just going to swipe away. So once you have your opening hook, then you want to deliver the main idea and you want to keep it focused. One video, one message. You don't want to meander around with it. You want to use clear transitions. You want to speak to the viewer just like you're having a natural conversation with them. You don't want it to feel like they are in a lecture. And then you end with a call to action. So you want to tell the viewers what to do. You want to tell them to comment, share, subscribe, visit a link, to try something. You want to make it specific and then easy to follow. So you're a strong call to action. It turns your viewers into engaged community members. And that's what we are building. We are building a community of people that wants the content that you are creating. All right, so let's get ready to go into our live demo. We're going to see these patterns in action. See these right in action. So I'm going to stop this share real quick. And what I'm going to do is I am going to pull up my, is this where I want to do this at? Let's see here. I think I might have to, let's do this. I'll open up another chat GPT. Are you down here? So that therefore I can put this in. All right. So let me get my screen shared again. And make sure I'm on the right page. Let's see, I think I want to get these in 3 different screens. There we go. Close it up there. And we got our chat GPT there. Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. Hold on 1 second. Trying to get back up. All right. So in your chat, here, I'm just gonna be going back and forth here. Let's do that. Let's see. Let's do portion of screen. That way I can come back before. All right. So the first example that we're going to do is an email prompt. So this prompt is: you are a health coach writing to busy professionals. Draft a welcome email for new subscribers who downloaded your free meal prep guide. Keep it under 120 words and end with the call to action to reply with their biggest nutrition challenge. You want to format the subject line and the body. All right, so I'm going to actually copy this here. Oops, hold on. Why are you all the way up there? All right, so we're going to copy that. And then we're going to come over to ChatGPT. I'm gonna bring this here for now. And I'm going to try to switch between these two. All right. Can you all see my chat GPT?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to copy that prompt there. And we're going to see what Chatty is going to give us. And it is thinking. It's telling you it's going to create an email according to user instructions. All right. So here we go. We have our subject. Welcome to your simple meal prep reset. Hi, first name. I'm glad you grabbed the meal prep guide. You are busy, so I keep this simple. Inside, you will find easy steps to plan, shop, and prep without spending hours in the kitchen. Start with one recipe this week, then repeat your favorite recipes or your favorite meals next week. Watch how your energy, focus, and mood improves as your meals line up with your goals. I read every reply. Hit reply and tell me your biggest nutrition challenge so I know how to support you next. All right. So, what you can do, of course, you can go in and you can edit this. Um, you can format this so that it is in the proper format that you desire when sending. But I want to see, can you see and identify the framework here? What are your thoughts about this prompt here? To the point?
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty much to the point.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Yeah, it's just one typo, which is so it should say so I'll keep this simple. But that's an
Yeah,
easy fix. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You got the hook,
absolutely.
body,
Mm-hmm.
and the CTA. I
Mm-hmm.
would probably personally though, I would change to probably the CTA because I might not be able to read every reply. But that's me.
Right, right. And you can even tell it that, like, if you already know what your call to action is, you can actually put that in the prompt, which is generally what I do, especially if you have
Uh,
something and you're sharing links. I will go ahead and just put that actually into the prompt, and then that way it'll already be there.
Be there. Oh yeah, that's smart. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. The other thing that I noticed is probably more recently they have more typos. I didn't used to you didn't used to see many typos. Um, but generally what I do is I also use Grammarly. So I use Grammarly to help me to do my edits for social media. And it also has AI with it, as well. Okay. So that's one thing that you can do. All right. So that's our email prompt. Now let's look at our social prompt. So let me get that. All right. So this social prompt is you are a career strategist for mid-level managers. Write a LinkedIn post about setting boundaries at work. Use short lines, keep it under 80 words, and end with a question to drive comments. The tone is direct, supportive, and no fluff. Um, okay. All right. So let's go ahead and see what Chatty's going to give us. All right. So because, and we talked about this in the earlier class, each social media platform has its own guidelines for um, how you write and how you share content. So for this one here for LinkedIn, it says setting boundaries at work is not selfish. It protects your focus and performance. So I will probably put something here, like for example, or I would say something like that. I wouldn't just have it just like this. Bullet point, first bullet point, say when you are available, say when you are not, protect time for deep work, push meetings into clear blocks, and leave on time most days. Now, your value comes from results, not from always being reachable. Where do you need one stronger boundary this week? Right? So, are you able to identify all of the parts here? It has a strong hook. It has the points that you are trying to make, the main points. And then it has the call to action, which is a question of engagement. Right? Oh goodness. All right. Now let's go to a slide prompt. Slide prompt. Let me grab it. All right, so that prompt is you are a presentation designer. Create a slide titled Why Storytelling Sells. Include one headline, three short bullet points, and a closing line. Keep each bullet point under 10 words, formatted with plain text with line breaks. All right, so let's see what it is going to give us here. All right. So here's our slide title, Why Storytelling Sells. The headline would be Stories Make Your Message Stick and Move People to Act. Our bullet points, stories turn features into real life benefits. Stories help buyers see themselves in the result. And stories build trust faster than data alone. And then here's your closing line. Sell with a short story. Sell with a story, not a list. Okay. All right. The next, you have a question, Bianca? Something you wanted to share? Oh,
No,
there you go.
I hit the hand raise on
Okay.
accident.
That's all right. All right. Now let's look at our script prompt, and this would be for videos. All right. So you are a video content creator for entrepreneurs. Write a 60-second script on how to repurpose one blog into 10 pieces of content. Open with a hook, deliver 3 quick tips, and close with the call to action to save the video. The tone is going to be energetic and conversational. All right, so let's see what it gives us. I have to follow Shelby Strick style. Love that. This is tricky since her instructions call for a Spartan and informative. I'll also remove and they're tricky, but I'll manage without them. All right, so here's a video script. We might even go over into, um, maybe we'll go over into Canva or Nano Banana, to see if it'll do a quick video for us. All right, how about we just do that? Let's see if we can get this into what we can get this into. I'm gonna stop my share real quick. Let's see. It might be too long, but we will see what it's going to give us. Here, let me share my screen, and we're almost done. Oop, here we go. All right, let's see. Canva has so many new tools in here that I have not tried them all. Um, what's this? Let's just try this here, Magic Media Video. Sometimes it has some pretty cool stuff in here. This may not actually give me what I want though, now that I'm thinking about it. I probably should have went over, let me see. Let me see. Let me try to go to Nano Banana because I actually just saw something new and asked me if I wanted to try it. All right, so let's see. Um, Let me see. Let's see if it's going to what it's going to do. Normally, when you're doing videos, um, it's a multi-step process, and because that's not the intention of this class, I didn't already have my other tools. Okay, I'm not upgrading to give y'all no extra money. What we
What
have.
is a good tool when you want to change the photo to video? Or should you just
I
react?
can't I can't hear you. You broke up.
I was gonna ask what's a good tool or what I guess I guess you can ask for a tool, but I'm thinking, is there a better process when you want to do like a clipped video? Should you
Hmm.
just do a clipped video with stock footage, or can you, or is it an okay process to just change to like animate a photo, I guess?
I think I'm understanding what you are saying. Most people, most of the videos that you see now, those are initially, I'll just use mine for an example. My daily videos that I do, every day, I start off with with an image, and I use an app to make that image animated, meaning that I give it the prompt to say the what do I want myself doing in the image. Generally, it's she's talking, uh, making slight hand gestures. It's a standard prompt that I always use for that. And then I take it over into another prompt, and that is what gives it, that's where you can put not your lyrics, but your voice or your audio. You can put it to it in a different app. I'm sure that there are apps out there that does everything. Well, I know that there are because Dreamface actually you can do from image to video. But because I've always used Halu, um, then that's just what works for me because you don't want to get overwhelmed because there's so many tools that are out there. There's always something that is coming out and you can get overwhelmed. So generally, once you find what works for you, then you kind of want to stick with it unless you want to fool around with something uh, something else. I use Halu. There's a couple of people that I follow on YouTube, and this is the process that she used. And so it's worked for me. I did just try doing both in Dream Face the other day. Just a little slight learning curve because again, I have muscle memory. So how I do things is how I do it. You can also use HeyGen. You're familiar with HeyGen. We did some videos for the prophetic dynamics class. Um, Yeah, there's just so many different ones that are out there. You just have to find what works for you. And then, once you have a process down, then it just becomes easy to continue to do it. Okay. Um, so basically, it is going to give you uh, video a video prompt, which is what you will want because most of the time too the videos they only have like maybe 6 seconds or 8 seconds. So even with that, yes, the prompt is similar to what I'm explaining. Yes. So even with that, now the thing with the prompts, so what I do is I record my own voice. You can use a voice, um, one of whatever app you're using. You can use that voice, but for me, if it's my face, I like to record my own, and I can always import my recording to like Dreamface. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. So you can even be more specific, and I probably would be more specific with that prompt. And let me go back to it. You want to be more specific with the prompt. I gotta share the screen, sorry. See if it goes back. Okay. You want to be more specific with the prompt and to actually tell it to break it up in say maybe um 5 or 6 seconds. So I could come back and I can say, can you break this script into 5 second sections? And I forget what they call it. There's an actual name. Um, there's an actual name that they call that. I think it's scenes. You can ask it to break it into 5 second scenes. So that way, um, you'll have your movements that match your image. Okay. So a lot of times the things that you are seeing, these are people who are actually putting these different scenes together and then they're matching it up with either they're using their own voice or they're just using the voice that is in the system. All right. So you see how this is right here. This is a 60-second video script. This is what it's going to take in order to produce a 60-second video clip, right? So does that make sense?
And this is for I know you said a video script, but like would it be like what type of video would this script be for?
So like a 60-second, you can do like a reel
Like a
or
reel.
yep,
Okay. So
Or
yeah, literally.
actually, it doesn't matter the whether it's a reel, whether it's a landscape for YouTube, or whether it's a YouTube short, it's going to be the same process.
Yeah. So I can literally have I can do this for an ad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right. So that is that. So the next thing that I want to talk about, and we literally have like two more slides or three more slides, and we'll be done. Um, I want to talk about skills, skills files. So let me come back over. Actually, let's do this here. And then let me come back over. Oh, wait a minute. I had to come out of, here we go. There we go. All right, skills files. Now we talked about skills files a couple of classes ago, maybe three, maybe three classes ago. Um, and the importance of having a skills file. Remember that skills file is kind of your go-to place for all of your custom instructions and how you want your chat GPT to function. So your best prompts should not live in your chat history. You want to actually save them. You can turn them into a reusable system. So remember that skills files is that document. It can be a note, it could be a custom GPT that stores your proven prompts so that you can call on them anytime that you need them. So I literally just built this out. I just built one out for myself because now I have a different framework and flow that I'm using every single week now, and I'll actually be able to show it to you. So this is where you want to store your email prompt template, your social media frameworks, your slide structure, your script outline. You can add notes on what works. You can continue to refine it. The goal is to build your own personal library of prompts that are evolving with your voice and your business. You should not have to be starting over every single time you go in to make a prompt. You should not do that. You shouldn't have to do that. When you treat prompts as assets and not just one off queries, you unlock true scalability because you're no longer starting from scratch. You're building on what already works. You're building on what already works. So we're going to, let me see what's next. Okay, so this would be kind of if you were watching this replay, where you can take some time to practice, or if we were actually doing a live class or in-person class, excuse me. But basically, what you're going to do is you're going to choose one content type, whether it's email, social, slides, or script. You're going to use the pattern that we covered. You're going to write a prompt that includes the role, task, context, constraints, and output format. You're going to test it, see what happens, refine it, and then save it to your skills file. So this is where your learning becomes doing, and you're taking what you've heard and you're turning it into something that you can use for today, tomorrow, and every day. So what are your next steps? Well, before I get into next steps, let me go over and show you all what I actually just built for myself. And these things are so very, here we go. All right, so let me come back and share the screen. All right, so what did I build? What I built was my weekly content strategist. And so this is a description of what this is. It creates comprehensive weekly content packages for Jules Wellness and Scrabble Tech services, including Substack articles, YouTube scripts, social media posts, emails, and podcast episodes. All content drives to program registrations with clear call to actions. So I literally have given it and built out this custom GPT that when I put in whatever my topic is going to be for the week, then it's going to, in one file, bam, give me all of my content for that week. Everything is grouped together. Um, and I have everything that I need. It's all right there. So again, now I don't have to worry about, well, what did I do? You know, try to go back and try to swipe through because you can't find anything if you make your chats too long. If there's you can search to find it, but you're not going to be able to actually search and find it within the chat. So this right here is going to save me tons of time because I already have it customized to how I want it. I've set up my custom instructions. I've set up all of the limitations, the things that I don't want. It's already set up, and this is what this is going to do for me every single week. Okay. So this is the power of prompting and the power of yes, so it would be kind of sort of like a skills file, but not really. This is really more of a custom GPT. I You could say that I have my skills file uploaded into this, into the instructions part, but this is basically a custom GPT with my skills file of what I want for every, what I need for a YouTube script. What do I need for um, my daily social media posts? What do I need for my articles for Substack? What do I need for my articles for LinkedIn? Um, what do I need for my podcast? All right. So those would be the skill sets files that are uploaded into the custom GPT. It's going to pull from that, whatever I have given it and how I have set it up. Then now all I have to do is just come in and say, hey, this is my topic for the week. I'm ready for you to create this week's content. Okay. All right. So come back over here. So what are your next steps? Your next steps is to keep learning and keep building. You know that you have a system that works. So you want to continue to use it, refine it, and make it yours. And if you want to go deeper, if you're ready to master AI content, AI for content creation at every level, then this is the invitation to join us at the AI Academy for our next class. We will get into some more advanced things, advanced um, prompting techniques, automation workflows, and content systems that actually scale. This is where you are learning alongside other content creators who are serious about working smarter and creating better. So I'm going to put the website is scrabblestudio.com. I have posted that in the chat. Again, this is our last free session. Not to say that we won't have any others, but we really want to get into some of the more hands-on, um, where people have the ability to actually build their tools and things right alongside. So it's kind of like a done with us classes where we're guiding you through, and you're going to leave those workshops with tools that you'll be able to use, right? So, any comments or questions? Thank you so much for joining us on tonight.
Welcome. I just wanted at the beginning you said the previous classes would I can get the replay for those. How would I get those?
Send me your um, give me your email address. And you could pop it in the chat, and then what I'll do is I'll send you an invite to our school community, and then give you access to the AI Academy.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This was so cool. I just need to practice more. And so
Mhm.
um just coming to being more of the possibilities, it makes me more excited about my future plans. And as I get ready to prepare for the next coming fiscal year, it's going to be on and popping for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like this is the perfect time and the perfect opportunity, um to get on this. When I say that I'm plugged all the way in, I am plugged all the way. I'm plugged all the way in. Um, Bianca, I'm going to send you this invite, and then I will get you into the course, into the classroom.
Okay,
This
I
is
got
where,
it.
okay, great. This is where it's at. Like, I'm all in. Like, I am laser focused because there's just so much that we don't know. Um, and we can sometimes have the think that, oh, people know this. No, we have to stop making assumptions that people know the things that we know. And so, yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm looking forward to doing, of course, some more workshops, doing some things in person as well. Have connected with some other people who are working on um, their AI consultant certification that are here in Ohio. And so it's just time to really go all in with it so that we can be productive, more productive, and truly focus on the things that are important. It frees up our time, I believe, to stay connected to what God is calling for us to do when we can automate some of these things. Okay. All right, so that's all that I have. Any other questions or comments?
No, ma'am. Well, you might post it in the. I'm assuming you might post it in your community. I was gonna say, the next class you said will be paid, so I wanted to know, how much that would be.
So there's going to be, I have to flesh it out because I have a membership.
Hmm.
Membership is 47.
Okay.
So yeah, membership is $47 a month. Um, but there are some other things that we may do that may be outside of that. Some of the other classes. But the membership is going to keep you in the know and in the loop and all of the things. So absolutely.
Okay, I gotcha. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, if you all don't have anything else, thank you so much for spending this time with us. And please, 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 send me your feedback from tonight's class. You can post it um, right in the school community, and that way we can continue to let other people know what we are learning and what we are doing and how it is helping us in our everyday life. All right. Okay.
Thank you.
You're
Okay.
welcome. Have a good night.